Hello friends, and welcome to Let's Play some BRAINLORD Part 9. Here we are in the second floor of the ancient ruins, and we're getting ready to explore another room full of rocks and puzzles and darkness and all kinds of fun stuff. So here we are, starting out. We're going to go ahead and push this rock down here, push this rock off to the side, and bring a couple of rocks on down with this to this first room we can get into here. You gotta do this lower door first because of the angle that you approach the rocks at initially. You can't get behind them. You can only get a couple rocks out of the stack without shoving them against the wall and stuff. So we're just gonna have to go through first. Then when we re-enter this area from this other door that we'll be opening here in a sec, we'll be able to utilize those 4 rocks and cover up the switches to open up the other door. So what's in here? Bottomless key. Must be a big one. And where does it point to? Tip of the key shines to the southeast. Okay, so good to know. Entering back into this room. Good thing we have our little flashlight buddy on guard here. So now we can take our rocks and shove them in the direction that they need to go this time. On these 4 switches. Kind of a slow process really rolling these rocks, you know, not like rolling them steel balls around, you know, they really travel pretty fast, but these guys actually take a minute. A little bit of tedious manual labor. You would have thought that they'd have some kind of other you know, manner of tripping the switch in this highly advanced little civilization of ruins, you know, in order to open a door rather than having to shove these huge boulders across the floor. I mean, I imagine if you were really there, it'd be scraping up the floor tiles and all kinds of crap going on, but that's just the way it is, you know. So banded mail, and this is more than likely quite a bit powerful than our current armor. 5, yeah, it improves it by 2 points of defense, which is quite a bit as far as this game goes. So we'll go ahead and equip that up. We actually need to sell some stuff off because I'm getting a little weighed down here by all the weight of items we've acquired. So now we're going to carry on to the southeast. Just work our way clockwise around the floor here, utilizing the handy little moving walkways. These things are really nice for traveling long distance in a fast amount of time. Southeast. Okay, here we go. Looks like a nasty one. Okay, let's go ahead and swap back to the boomerang so we can get a little more range out of our weapon here. And even though the Morning Star has a higher rate of damage than the boomerang, I mean, it's really hard to beat the amount of area that the boomerang covers. I mean, it's such a large. Oh, I did not expect you to come so close. Okay, well, lesson learned. Yeah, I mean, the boomerang, man, just reaches right out there. I'm going to wipe these jokers out. See if we can't make our way onto this next floating floor tile without too much of a disaster. Oh, that was close. Okay. Well, this looks like it's going to be a tricky one. Man, these guys. I hope it doesn't take too many tries to get this, because it's really going to be seriously annoying, which sometimes these things can be, just like that. So, carrying on. It's going to be a really boring video if it's just me trying to make my way across the floating platforms, and I really hope that's not the case, guys. You know, I might have to edit some of that out. We'll see if we can get it on this one. And once again, I mean, timing's kind of everything on these. And if you look at them long enough, you know, they form kind of a pattern as far as their movements, but, you know, who wants to sit there and stare at moving floor tiles forever and ever just to try to see what kind of pattern it makes, you know? Typically, I just kind of sit here for a second and wing it. But as you can see, it can be really taxing trying to find a time when they both line up right. Not really talking too much. I'm trying to devote a certain amount of concentration to this and try to make it as painless as possible for my friends out there to watch. I know there's some videos out there where you just want to reach in through the screen and grab the controller and say, hey, do it this way, guy. But hopefully that's not too much the case in this episode. Cool. Shine Spark's now level 3. And that just kind of broadens up his little area that he lights up in the dark rooms, which, I mean, the higher the level, the better. You know, like I said before, though, it sometimes it takes a while to get that particular jade leveled up, because you're only using them on a rare occasion in the dark rooms, unless you just leave them equipped like I am here. Now I gotta wait for these two moving floor platforms to kind of halfway line up, which they did right there. I should have went for it. Okay, one more jump, it looks like. Oh, it's a little room full of Terminators. Kind of resembled the armored man from Secret of Mana that you first encounter in the North Town. And they are pretty tough. A little tougher than them other guys are. Only the game anyway, I guess. Distance key. Must be because we had to go to distance in order to get this one. So I'm going to just use a warp gate. I have plenty of them. And it'll be way faster just to get back to where we need to go. Plus here I can take advantage of Barnes, and he can buy off all my excess armor and items, what have you, and clear up the space for some good stuff, some more usable junk. Sell off our 31 gold buckler since it's about shot. Just a bunch of splinters, I'm sure. So what else? What else are we gonna sell? Oh, how about our copper sword? Yeah, we can ditch that. And gold bullion. Yeah, don't need none of that. Don't need to be packing around any gold bricks weighing us down. Helmet. Everything else is good. Oh, we got an extra boomerang. We'll get rid of that little sucker. And that's it. Oh, we'll buy some more cheese. Why not? Hell, we're here. Okay. Alright, well, in the coming episodes, we'll go ahead and make our way further into the ruins. Hopefully we're not too far from the end of them, but we do have a ways to go, and it's pretty interesting kind of making your way through all this old technological era crap. So anyhow, we'll catch you next time, guys, and have a good evening.